continue to track Hurricane Beryl in the Caribbean. Once again, this is the first Category 5 hurricane, the earliest one on record for the Atlantic area. And we're going to bring in Natasha Ramsahai, Chief Meteorologist, to break down where this storm is headed to, but also just the historic substance behind this storm, because just saying right away that this is the earliest Cat 5 hurricane that we have seen ever in the Atlantic says a lot. It's July 1st, July 2nd now.
Hurricane season goes from June to November and usually peaks like August, September. But to have a hurricane this strong this early is a major deal. And just on the weekend, we were talking about how it was a 4 and that made a record. And now it's a 5 and it's made a record. And you're right, it is the trend that we are seeing as ocean waters warm. So what you're looking at here is a stronger, faster, rapid intensification of hurricanes from 1980 to present. You can see these yellow bars go up as we get closer in time to where we are now. And that is rapid intensification is defined as it's got to strengthen 55 kilometers per hour in 24 hours. But we're also seeing some of these strengthen 90 kilometers per hour in 24 hours. So they're getting extremely stronger, faster. And those higher bars indicate the frequency of some of these stronger storms. And again, we talk about heat waves sometimes. Everyone thinks we're talking about air temperature. The ocean has a fever. It is acting like it's August. And it's been doing this like since last year, right? So well above seasonal temperatures. Hurricanes need water of 26.5 degrees at least to survive. It's entering water of 29 to 30 right now. And Hurricane Beryl, again, making landfall between Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines as a 4, and now continuing here as we go towards Jamaica. This is the forecast track. And we've got tropical storm warnings, hurricane warnings for many of the Caribbean islands. Then it's headed to the Yucatan, so Cancun goers have to watch this towards the end of next week, and then it's going to move out into the Gulf of Mexico, Tam.
And there are so many people right now, because school had just ended, that had plans to head down to the Caribbean or to Mexico as well, to the Yucatan area that you mentioned, and are now wondering whether or not it is safe to go, and just really watching this storm as it tracks. Now, it really depends on where this goes. Like if it's north, south, there's going to be a huge difference when it comes to certain islands, including Jamaica. How does that work?
Yeah, so sometimes we always look at the eye, but it's not, the damage is not in the eye. Like that's literally the center of the calm, right, of the storm is in the eye. But what we look at, we kind of divide hurricanes into quadrants. So slice it into 4, like a cake. And that upper right quadrant is the most dangerous part. So there's the direction of movement. That upper right quadrant, front right quadrant, is where you get the strongest winds, strongest risk for tornadoes, storm surge, and flooding, okay? The right rear is also dangerous, but as you move to the left side of the hurricane, things start to go down a little bit. So this is the quadrant we are really watching. So now let me show you that track again to Jamaica. So if this thing stays just to the south of Jamaica, it puts them in that front right quadrant. So that's why winds, damage, storm surge going to be sort of the bigger concern here. Yeah, rain is possibly over 100 millimeters here for parts of Jamaica. However, we're also watching, Tammie, and I know people don't want to see that there's Beryl right there, but hot on its heels could be another system taking the exact same path. So we'll be watching that as well over the next week or so.
And that is how, you know, when people are trying to recover from what Beryl has done, they're now preparing for what could be another strong storm ahead. Of course, we're going to be tracking this all day long, all morning long. We know we have a lot of viewers as well in the Caribbean who are watching, so we will be tracking this for you here. Tash, thank you so much for that.